Welcome to BBC London, I'm Alpa Batel. First tonight, a BBC investigation has found that Thames Water has been illegally dumping billions of litres of untreated sewage into the River Thames. Now Thames Water has given access to the offending treatment plant to our reporter, Liana Hosea.
The River Thames, our capital's lifeblood, is being treated like an open sewer. Last year in Greater London, Thames Water dumped raw sewage for almost 35,000 hours.
This is the filth we can see from raw sewage dumping. Whole mountains of wet wipes, and that's what this whole area is. It's not the riverbed, but some of the nastiest stuff is what you can't see. The chemical toilet cleaner, human waste, bacteria, bugs and drugs that pass through us go down the toilet and end up untreated in the river.
Mogden Sewage Works treats the waste of more than 2 million Londoners. But what you might not realise is that they don't always treat it. Last year, on 2 days alone, they released the equivalent of 800 Olympic swimming pools of raw sewage into the Thames. We've seen data that shows this dumping was illegal.
Actually, they did breach their permit because of one condition is, as I say, that it has to be due to rainfall, but the other condition is that when they're spilling, they have to keep treating a certain amount of sewage, a minimum amount. And on those 2 days in particular, Thames Water were not treating that minimum amount.
I put this to Mogden Sewage Works site manager.
That's not for me to say. What I can say is discharges of sewage into the river is totally unacceptable, even when legally permitted. The issues, the challenges are great. It's not going to be an overnight fix, but we're getting the investment to make us perform better.
Raw sewage dumping has gone on for years, so why haven't Thames Water invested more earlier?
Over £1 billion a year investment goes into Thames Water, and we've not been paying dividends for over 3 years now and reinvesting within the company. So investment has been and continues to happen at a very large scale. You know, one of the obvious projects being the super sewer in London, £5 billion of investment happening right now.
Thames Water's 2020 annual report shows they paid £56.5 million in dividends and spent £150 million on infrastructure. The super sewer will reduce the amount of raw sewage going into the river. It's not a silver bullet and it won't go as far as Mogden Sewage Works, but it's up to Ofwat and the Environment Agency to enforce the law. They declined an interview but said,
water companies have a legal duty to avoid pollution. Over many years, the Environment Agency has put pressure on the water industry to better protect the environment. Anyone who suspects pollution in our waterways can report it.
So Londoners might have to get their oar in and press for the laws to be enforced if they want a cleaner river. Liana Hosea, BBC London.